Alright. No? Really? Hey Daniel! The stream is being strange today. Basically, AT&T is being a flaky mistress. Thanks for coming on back, Ben. Thanks for coming on back, Rob. Hey, Kevin. Aloha. I just switched my network from my iPad 5G AT&T to my phone 5G AT&T. No idea if that's going to be better or not because AT&T is being flaky today, it looks like. So, what am I going to do? I'm definitely not buying a second Starlink subscription at $120 a pop, just so I can do my live streams, especially considering the upload speed is pitiful from the Starlink. Works for Zoom calls, but isn't so great for this kind of stuff. Hey, granddads! I'm getting a big party here. Happy Independence Day to everybody. And Eric came back too. Awesome. I won't say that the stability is going to be any better, but we can give it a try. Switched from my iPad to my iPhone, so. Really need more hotter fire going on here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the heck just glommed onto my... Wow, I think I might have found some molten metal in my forge from the piece I burned off. That's fun. I'm doing some light forge welding all of a sudden. There we go. Not what I want to do. Let's see what happens here. Unintentional forge welding. Started one leaf, burnt it off, working on another leaf. We'll see what happens. At this point, I'm being very shy about how hot I get this thing, even though you have to work stainless pretty hot, so it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't, if I'm not fortunate here. That looks like metal, but I could be wrong. We'll see in a few minutes. It's an untrained eye I'm staring at it with, so I could be way off the mark. All right. And of course, it's already too cold. But we can planish a little, as long as I don't cause it to start cracking in the process. I've been warned that that's a possibility. Okay, now I have to scroll back because all I saw is Ben's wearing somebody's stupid shirt. Oh, excellent. So, Daniel, are you going live here soon, or are you recording something and posting it? Ooh, a granddaughter tomorrow. That's incredible. That's amazing news. That's one heck of a project there. Getting pretty for the 4th. I'm going to have way more stem here than I need. So now I know. I didn't need to take nearly as big a bite as I did. Just had a brilliant plan. It does not involve a turnip, so, but it does mean I wouldn't have to break out a ruler all the time. So 1 inch, 1/2 inch. I don't use the end of my anvil ever anyway, so I could scribe that if I really wanted to. All right, squirrel moment over. Back to it. I was realizing as I was working on this that if I actually had an idea of what dimensionality would be the right amount of material, you know, I could mark my anvil and plan for that and do repeatable work. And then I realized, mark my anvil. I could do that, but I always see the markings disappear over time. And then I realized I know where I could mark it. And then I had to do it right then and there. Or forget it. All right. that back up again. Keep going. Now the material's thinner. I'm still worried about working it too when it's not showing color because of cracks, but it's not as hard to move. Ah, so I'll look for Insta then, I assume. Or are you going to do it here on on YouTube? I think I have you in both places. Autocorrect's a piece of shut. I don't know. I think I need to see what's going on in my forge. It doesn't seem to be getting as hot as I want. Let's set this down for a second in a way that I won't burn myself, and yet it stays still. All right. Then I'll grab this. We'll do a little scrub. There we go. Hey, Shane. Happy 4th. Now that you mentioned that, let me close this. Nope, this is actually perfectly good. As a matter of fact, I think I watched one of Rowan's videos yesterday that had me go down the rabbit hole of watching a bunch of Rowan's videos. Yep, watched him do the iron fibula and was like, oh, this guy's pretty cool. And yep, so glad to see that he's bringing it back. I thought to myself at first, oh, I can do this, when it was the gross part, and then it was doing the pin. I was like, oh, and the spring and the coils, and And I was like, I don't know. That's a lot of work. Maybe I will use more. All right, let's get this a little deeper in the fire so I'm not burning it off, hopefully. Yep, a lot of historic iron work. Oh, poor Ben. He's stuck in his adolescence. All right. Got lots and lots of coke here to work with. Use it as insulation. Keep the heat going down. Hey, Peacock. That's Percy. Your adolescence is a good place to be? All right. Who am I to challenge a man's bliss? All right, now we have more than enough stem. We need to round that up. Let's try not to burn it off. Uh-oh. Wall of text. Let's see what it said. Went up to visit Thomas. How did that go? Yeah. Have to leave early, though. Had to leave early. Didn't get to play in the forge with them. Aw, I was looking forward to seeing a video with you in it. Yes, that's what I was saying, Granddads. Is I watched that one, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute. I've watched this guy before, but I don't recall what I've seen. And it turns out maybe I hadn't actually watched him, because if I watch a Smith's video to the end, it's getting a like, and all the ones that I had watched did not have likes. So it was definitely a nice rabbit hole. Dance like a toddler. My peacock is shy of humans, so not mean at all. Not mean to the other birds. He shares a meal with my turkey through the fence between the two. Let's do it this way. There we go. Smarter, not harder, Jack. There we go. This way. All right. Warm it back up again. Continue the effort. Actually, I don't need a whole lot of heat right this second, so I'm going to get some of this coke out of my way. There we go. Okay. I probably could have gotten that thinner. I probably will get that thinner. We'll see. Let's make a leaf, shall we? We'll worry about the stem after I do that. I've got an eye on my leaf blob, leaf mass, so I can actually see it getting hot without burning it off. I don't even have to add air to the system. It's so hot in there right now. There we go. Smooshy, smooshy time. Back in there, warm it up just a little more. I think, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Smashed is enough. Let's go ahead and grab the peen. He's make Ben giggle again. Uh-oh, what did I say that's what she said? I got to go back and scroll back and see maybe something else did. Yeah, I watched Daniel Tokar. His video quality is the worst, but his ability to explain what he's talking about is great. Yeah, you said it, the potato camera. I've often was like, if I knew where he was, I could send him my old GoPro and just he'd be worlds better just with that. I would assume peacock tastes just like pheasant. They're just another one of the pheasant family, so. Hey, look at that. I found it. Hey, and it's not in the worst shape. I could actually finish that. Oh, that's what's soaking up all my heat. Let's get that out of the fire. Ta-da! So I don't think it burned off so much as it bent. I stress fractured it, and probably pushing it in bent it off. There we go. Pulled that out that way. We'll pull out the other side next. That'll be the harder side to pull out. We'll see. Take care, Daniel. If you're saying I had turkeys in with the pheasant, or do you mean having the peacock in with the pheasant? I could see both, so. As I have turkeys in with my pheasant, so. I mean, with my peacock. Wow. I made a mess of that. Let's see if I can bring her back. Might need to do a little file work. Nice. I like it. It's even giving it a really neat texture. All right. We'll see if I can clean up that transition right in here. Gives it a nice little shape, nice little texture. I'm not even going to break out the chisel for this one. Yep, little file work will be needed there, but no big deal. Now I've got a nice little transition in there. The file work will be on the back side of it, in there. As a matter of fact, I just got a nifty new thing because my farrier stopped by and took care of my donkey. And she's like, "Do you want this old worn out rasp?" I'm like, "This old worn out rasp may be worn out for your hooves, but this will work great for my cleaning up my metal. She's like, yeah, a lot of smiths like to make things with it, knives and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, maybe after it's really worn out. That's still got biting edge on the edges. Of course, I need a better way to hold this, so let's go ahead, get it hot again. Move this out of my way. You guys can't see what I'm talking about, doesn't matter. Just like that, yep. We'll go just like that. Okay, into the fire. Let's move the fire cam. Stand out of the way of the hot falling thing. Hot falling things are no fun to stand in the way of, it turns out. Got out of the way just in time. Oh, wait a minute. Everybody else should also enjoy this. Put this way over here. Point the camera that way. Look, guys. We need to get Roy to be part of the club, but I think I might have to buy him his first kilt. But I went and went a little extra with this one, thanks to Shane. Is Shane still in the room? I think he left. I got the overall version. There we go. And that's why you guys occasionally get glimpses of my pasty white legs now. It's not a short, it's a kilt. Now, back to what we were actually here to do. You guys gonna enjoy watching me file. File work is so much fun to watch, right? That's why they always show it on every Forged in Fire, is how much file work and grinder work is involved. Okay, I don't need it to be red hot or anything. I just want it to be easier to file. Bring it over here, lock it in, see what I can do here. Make sure I'm right about the direction it. So I decided to save you guys save a really compelling bit of content for another episode, and that's where I go in and pull the nails from all these horseshoes that the same farrier gave me. Well, I get to go fishing later. Yay. And let's turn it a little. There we go. I've been wanting one of these for so long and just hadn't found it online to go buy. I didn't have to fish very far. And then my farrier just offers it to me for free. Looks good. See, one place I can clean up right there at the tip. Just at the tip. Oh, this is going to be beautiful when it's done. I can already see the stainless shining where I take off the scale. There we go. I like it. Hopefully the wife likes it. I think that gives it a really pretty shape. Now we just need to give it a little bit of motion in the, as if the wind has caught it a little bit. We can do that over here. Back into the fire. Let me get a piece of charcoal down in there just in case. I don't think I'm going to be forever out here, but it'd be good to not have my fire go out. There we go. There. This can come over here. The leaf can stay in the warming area. There we go. Be even better. There we go. Now, pay attention to the spot where the fire is going to be. There we go. Let's see what you wonderful people have been chit-chatting about. Okay. You know what, Rob? Until I lost the first leaf in the fire pit, it was going great. The second one, I did a better job of. In other words, I didn't. I got the proportions better anyway. On the second one, this one here. Let's see. I'll switch over to the camera here. This one here. I think I worked this side too thin too fast, and then maybe even while it was too cold, or not this side here, maybe while it was too cold, and then just lost it in the fire. Found it again just now, so it goes up with all the collection of other leaves that I'll get worked into something later. But the second one worked out great. I just was a little more cautious once I got it down to the thinner. I'm not licking it, Ben. You lick it. Invisikilt. 50 cents or so, we'd wear a kilt for a year. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, you've seen my legs. I need some amount of protection on them. Okay, so in case this wall of text didn't make it, when asked if it was a long drive, Shane said 11-hour drive. Was supposed to meet up with my sister 4 hours south of them. They weren't allowed to cross over, so I went on to visit Thomas for the night and visit Roy before I left. Take care, granddads. That's right. You can't wear. It's either a kilt or a skirt, and it's a easy distinction between the two. The ladies at the Wren group I hung out with, my wife was one that was fun with this. Would always oblige anyone who said that they dare anybody to kilt check them. Need the ball peen. Really need a much bigger ball peen. Wait a minute. I just opened myself up for that's what she said. Oh well. Got to entertain Ben somehow. Uh-oh. Looks like my WD-40 is no longer coming out of the can. No aerosol. Wasn't necessary right now anyway. That was called being sidetracked by the fact that my poor Trenton anvil, a little 75-pounder that's going to become the base of my treadle hammer. Is showing some disuse. Need to hit it more. All right. No, I want it a little bit hotter. That looks good enough. Let's see. Yep. There we go. Then we'll go ahead over here. We'll heat it up again. I burnt the tip off, damn it. Either that or something got connected to it. I can fix it, but yep, I burnt the tip off. There we go. I have a tip again. And it looks almost exactly the same as the old tip. Let's see if I actually burn it off again in finishing it. Nope, looks good. There we go. Now, let's go ahead and get past the air. Oh, that's interesting to know. Quench stainless steel, huh? Ugh. I wonder if it's a specific kind of heat treat that I need to do, or if it is simple as get it up to red hot and quench. Thanks, Shane. I have no idea. This was scrap metal, or I should say it was not scrap metal. What's the right word? At the supplier, they have this remnants, basically, is what it is. And so Christina saw it on the remnants and thought I would have some fun with it. If you guys can't tell, I'm being really cautious about what I'm doing with the metal in the fire. I'm making a very long, small tendril here is the whole point. And I expect to possibly burn it off in the process. So I'm sitting here. You can't even see that because I don't have it over here on the fire. We're done over there. You don't need to see that. What were you staring over there for? For crying out loud, people. Don't you know how to move yourself around? So, there we go. You weren't able to see any of that. Man, the videographer on this show sucks. Good thing he has a good crowd of people to just hang out with. I've got the leaf itself out of the fire. I've got most of the stem out of the fire. I'm just heating up the part of the stem that I'm trying to get really tendril sized. I want to do a corkscrew tendril if I can. It's kind of pointless in a purse. It'll catch on everything, but it'll look really cool. And as I watched Rowan, I was like, man, I keep making these projects, but none of it feels very artistic, right? It's just repeating what other people have done. And wouldn't it be great if I was able to get some art into the picture? So... But I think my favorite stuff I always see are scrolls and nature represented in steel. I got an airport that needs to get cleared. There we go. Now we're cleared, I think. Yep. There it is. Okay, let's start rounding that. So I've mentioned him on another stream, a live stream. There's a fella that I've enjoyed watching his work, named Crackers on Strange Blacksmith. And I think one of the reasons I enjoy watching him is he feels a lot like me when it comes to, he's got a thing he wants to do, he's got a plan in his head, and then he's going to see if he can actually get it out of his head and onto the metal. So, all right. That's getting longer and longer. That's exactly what I want. All right, let's try not to burn it off while I get a little bit more of this from a different part of the metal. I keep wiggling it in the fire just to make sure that it's still attached. And it is, and it's good color too. Wow. That's a better transition. And there it popped off. I knew it would. So it doesn't surprise me. I'm not concerned. I'm going to just quench this real quick and see what happens. So what happens is we get left with all of the scale on there. Let's see what happens when we brush that scale off. Cleaning this off reminds me, the other reason it could have burnt off simply was had a stress fracture caused by these whatever these grooves are that were created in this metal. I have a suspicion it's part of the feeding system they have. Or maybe something ran over it. Who knows? Okay, well that polishes up pretty good. It doesn't look like the original stainless, but it also looks pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and put it over here for the next time I want to run it. We'll pick up the piece that's hit the floor and we'll hit a drink of Gatorade. Scrolling back, Ben's made stuff, stainless stuff for race boats. Okay, there we go. Never work with stainless. Yamis mentions he's used it a lot. It is tough stuff to work, I'll say that. You definitely don't want to work it down in the red. It just really doesn't move very well. Oh, really? Interesting. So that means brushing it with the steel brush. Wonder how that's going to work out. I mean, I can't tell you what the steel brush is. I think it's stainless steel, but I don't know. I don't have any other tools for buffing and polishing. I need to get a buffer. Yeah, it is currently pointed at the anvil, not in use. Wife says you're wonderful. Yeah, it does look like that, Jeff. It actually came from Metal Supermarket here in Kent, and it was part of the remnants bin. And Christina said he's never worked with stainless before. Maybe he'd like that. She just went randomly shopping there one day and brought me back some steel, including that. So, all right, I need to get that piece off the floor and finish it as soon as I figure out where it went. Doo-doo. Now, come on. I know that my floor is a dirt floor, really natural looking and stuff, but still, a metal leaf should stand out. Oh, that's because it didn't make it to the floor. It fell onto my anvil stand. All right, so there's that. We're going to go ahead and get it back in the fire. You can't see that. There's that. The leaf that fell came off the bar on its own. I knew it would. Just didn't know when. Let's go ahead and well, I know that it looks like stainless. I also know that I have a magnet here. And it's non-magnetic at the leaf. Let's go get the bar that I just cooled off. And that's this one. And non-magnetic. So it is definitely stainless. We were told it was stainless. We didn't think they lied to us. So we're happy to now know for sure that they didn't. All right, where are you at, Leaf? I think I still see you. And might as well switch to here because I don't know how much more is going to happen at the anvil. Over here. Be right. There we go. My mount has decided to loosen its screw, and that just joins with the rest of the family. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay, back over here. Let's go ahead and I'm going to just shatter that off, I think. We'll find out. I'm not going to work it any harder than that. Let's go ahead and start scrolling it. If it bends off, if it breaks off, it breaks off. Take it easy, Eric. The wire wheel is not magnet. Oh, yeah, good question. I forgot to ask. I should have thought of that. It wasn't where my head went when you talking about magnetic or not. I really want this to curl up quite a bit. Let's get it hot again. There we go. Getting it tighter and tighter. Can you even see that? I can't tell if the focus is right. Maybe. Time for a barbecue. Enjoy, folks. I'll wrap up as soon as I'm done with this scroll myself. So. All right. Let's continue to keep tightening it up. Oh yeah, that's coming along great. A little more heat. Give it a little twist to make it so that I'm hitting it off sides, so it moves it off to the direction I want to move it. That's working out great. Heat it up some more, knock it in where I need it. Hey Jurgen, thanks for the wishes. There we go. Push it out a little. Oop. Quickly move feet out of the way. When the thing falls to the ground, everybody get a drink. There we go. It's almost like making a snail, except obviously it's not a snail. I need a punch, so I can push that through just a little. That one's too big a punch. There we go. My tiny little drift will do the trick just fine. Let's get it warm. Let's try and get it right there, because that's where a good amount of my work is being done. But first, actually I just realized I'm going to be over here using my punch. So let's look at that real quick. That's exciting stuff right there, I'm telling you. Showing you my Pritchell hole. Come on. All right. there. Go ahead and put that right there. I don't even think I need a hammer to do what I want to do here. There we go. Pull that out just a little. There we go. Just a little bit of leverage. So now it's more like a tendril. I could actually probably now use my slitting chisel to get the leverage I need. A little more heat. Okay. There we go. Now we have a tendril. Beautiful. Okay. Yep. Now loop it around. Get the right part hot, not burn it up. Loop it around. Put these away. Won't need them. Turn this here, where the work's going to happen. Really? Fine. Perfect. And now it's going to get out of whack again because I'm about to make sure it doesn't turn off. All right, good. Yes, I mean, you know, nothing a little rubbing alcohol won't deal with there, Kevin. Thank you, Ben. Do I have to have that that ding ding sound in the background? Ooh. Hotter. It isn't even close to hot enough apparently to put it where I want it. What have I got there? I see something in my fire that's weird. That's a lump of dragon snot if I ever saw one. Alright, that's out of there now. There's another one. There it is. Well, let's see. Pretty good, but not right where I wanted it. That's where the scrolling tongs come in. Let's heat it up again. There it is. Okay. Scrolling tongs for the win. How do I do this? There we go. Need that part just a little hotter so I can fold it inside again. Come on. Pretty freaking close to where I want it. Even the tongs are starting to get too hot. There we go. That's better. That is better. That puts it right out where I want it. Put it back in the fire, let it warm there for a second while I adjust the camera. I'm so glad you guys have a better attention span than I do. And that you make the time to be here with me. This is where a blowtorch would be really handy. Don't have one of those. What do I want to do? I want this to be flatter. There we go. That looks better to me. And I think that is done. I need to clean it off. Just for fun. Not going to hurt my feelings to quench it. Now let's test Ben's idea. I know the middle bit that it's connected to is probably not stainless, but what about the rest of it? No, it's not stainless, Ben. So now I'm kind of concerned. I'm going to brush this off. It's the only thing I have to brush it off with, and then it's just still going to rust, but hey, it is what it is. Just means I'm going to end up having to buy more stuff. More equipment for my hobby. My wife loves it when I spend money on hobbies. All right. Where are we at? There we are. It's funny, I could see where I've been able to get in with the brush, and I could see where I can't get in with the brush with this. It actually has a really neat look to it because of it. I noticed this stuff doesn't scale up nearly as much doesn't scale up nearly as much as oh darn it, any of the other steels I've worked with, but the cold rolled or mild steels that I've worked with. Guess I've used up that battery. Let's see what the battery says. Yep. Good thing I have one more. Looks like I need to go and charge up some batteries. Steel ball blasting. Yeah, that would. Scotch-Brite. Okay, I can do that. I gotta see if I've got a Scotch-Brite pad, but I think I might. Let's see, how am I gonna get in here? Let's pull this back a little, because you're not seeing everything. There we go. Well, that's not being very effective. Let's see if I can get a grip in a different way. Get to some of the areas, I'm going to have to use my little drill bit version of these things. I don't think I have the drill out here though. Do I have a Scotch-Brite pad out here? That's a good question. Non-abrasive. No, Novo abrasive. Nope, that's a flap disc. I'll end up using this little cup on my drill to finish the cleaning off camera. That should get into places that I can't get to right now. But that looks pretty nice. Yes, that's the word. Pretty nice. It looks like any other leaf that I've ever done, except that I don't have to put a wax finish on it, so I can actually see the steel. Yeah, let's see if I can be a hand model. I'm not Thomas, but Thomas would know where to put his hand in the camera. Mainly because somebody else would tell him where. Nope, camera's like, this is not where I want to look. Let's gross fit it, then tell the camera, that's where I want you to look. There we go. You know, it wasn't so bad working on it once I got the hang of it. So, Christina's going to love it. My first stainless steel finished piece that I didn't burn off into the forge. Not perfect, but natural doesn't have to look perfect, right? There we go. Thanks, guys, for spending some of your holiday with me today. I enjoyed making this and sharing the experience with others. That's what I really do this channel for. That and to get feedback from y'all. I wouldn't have known to quench. So, there we go. Thanks, Jurgen. Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Kevin. We will catch you Sunday at Blacksmith Church over on Iron Metal Forge, and then after that, all good things happening. I'll be out here again doing this again. So until then, love and light. Thanks, Rob. Just in time to say goodbye. Yep. Thank you, Daniel. Thanks for hanging out here with me. Y'all have a great rest of your holiday. Happy Independence Day, everybody.